Hello, how are you? This is the first crocheting with Gran video. I am using Red Heart Super Saver macaw colored yarn. It is a medium yarn, size 4. Recommended hook size is 5.5 US millimeters. I am using, this is a 5mm hook that's adapted for my use. They sell these foam grips that you can adapt different things to, and I have my hook size written down here, 5mm. It's a size H. They recommend a size I, but for my tension this works best. I do not pull my yarn from the center. Otherwise, towards the end, all of it will flop out into a big puddle, and it's horrible to work with. So I take my labels off. I save my label so I know what color my yarn is. Set that off to the side. We'll find our end of yarn. Take off this little sticky bit that's stuck to the paper. And I'm just going to show you some basic steps today for crochet. First, we make a slip knot. So I have my yarn in both hands. I make a tree. This is my rabbit. My rabbit comes in front of the tree, goes behind the tree. This tree is always straight. The rabbit bites its tail and tucks its head through the loop it just made and pulls it straight. That's how I was taught to make a slip knot. If you know of a better, quicker, easier way to do it, by all means use that. Make a slip knot, put it on your hook, tighten it, not so that it's so tight that you can't move it. Make a little space. You see the little space in between the hook there so it slides easy. Now I hold my loose end once I have enough space in there. I loop my yarn through my fingers. This isn't how everybody does it. Here, let me take this. Wait just a second. I loop my yarn through my fingers like this to hold my tension. Everybody holds their tension differently. And I hold my free end that's not going anywhere with between my thumb and my middle finger. Most of my tension is controlled by my first finger. And it makes kind of a little diamondy dog shape. And then most of my work is done in this little area here. So I take my hook and I pick up my yarn. You see, I'll do that again. I'm still holding my tree. It's still a tree. I go behind my tree with my hook head and grab my tree and bring it through the hole. I'll do that one more time. You've got your yarn on your hook after your slip knot. You've got your tension held with your fingers. This is the head of your hook. This is your hook. You put your hook behind the tree and pull it through the loop. That's one chain stitch. I'm going to do it again. I'm going in front of the tree here with in front of my yarn. The head's going behind the tree and pulling it through the loop. That's 2 chains. It's going behind, pulling it through, 3 chains. goes behind and grabs it and pulls it through. That's 4 chains. Now, if you lose count, you can count these loops up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. That's 4 chains. Grab your tension back on. Grab your loose end, and you see we were holding it here to start, and now we've got all these. We need to work our fingers up to keep our tension tight. Around the tree, grab it, through the loop, 5s. That's 5 chains. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chains, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You should have a chain of 20. And you can count the loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 loops. I need to roll out my yarn to get more free working yarn. We're going to be making a pot holder for this first lesson the old way, because it will teach you how to turn. So I'm going to add 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you see I'm holding it down when I inch my finger up. 10, so that I don't lose my tension. I just lock it in with my finger. Now I have a chain that should be 30. And that's where we are going to quit. And to make sure I'm going to count, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've dropped it. I have to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where stitch markers could help. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Somehow I have 31. 30. So we've got our chain of 30. We are going to do 2 more chains. 1, 2. And now we're going to go backwards. We're going to count backwards. 1, 2. And in the one after that, the third one, so 1, 2, 3, we're going to take our hook and put it here is 1, 2, 3. In between, you see that there are 3 strings. In this stitch, there are 3 strings. We're going to put it between the bottom 1 and the top 2. So we're going to put it, Try and make this a little easier to see. We're going to put it between the bottom one and the top two. So now we should have one strand underneath our hook and two on top of the hook, plus the one we already had on the hook. We are going to yarn over. What that means is you take your yarn that's hanging down behind and put it on top of your hook. And you want to hold that there. See, I'm holding this down with one finger so it doesn't spin all around. And I'm holding this with the other hand. Now I'm going to go behind the tree and grab my yarn and pull it through the two of the chain I just went through. Those top two of the chain I just went through. And that leaves me two on my hook. I'm going to go behind the tree again and pull it through both of those that are on the hook. Now I have one on my hook and I have one single crochet. Yay! One single crochet. I'm going to hold my tension on my yarn. Hold my end piece we're working with. I need to go again, and it'll be easier to see in the lighter colors. I need to go between the bottom and the top two of that chain, behind the tree and through. Got two on my hook, behind the tree again, and pull it through both of those. I need more tension on my yarn. Sorry, less tension on my yarn. I need more yarn. I always need more yarn. So now we have two single crochet. Our next stitch, we want to go again. It's going to be between the bottom one and top two. So we have three on here. We're going to go behind the tree and pull it through those two we just went through. Behind the tree again and pull it through those two. And now we have three single crochet. Under the top two of the chain with three on the hook, behind the tree, pull it through, behind the tree, pull it through, and another single crochet. And we're going to single crochet all the way down until we get to the end. So it's under the top two of the chain.